Good morning. Looks like y'all are ready to get started. Y'all got quiet on really fast. It's the first time in history. Well, I'm late because I'm y'all straggling in and giving y'all a minute to get sorted. Morning. Right? You guys are so eager to spread that love today. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, I feel the love. Look at that. Love it.
He is not Greg.
I'm the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm talking about from me and Barbara came festive today. You guys are, look at you all in black. What are you celebrating? Ash Wednesday. Good deal. All right, let's spread some of that love. What do we got today? Let's have some bucket fills. Who's got something good to share?
Something good. Oh, babe.
Oh, Barbara's got something.
Babe. No? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So this is my first one to ever say something. But yesterday, what was yesterday? No, I lied. It was Monday. Grandbaby number 3 came.
Look at that. Congratulations.
Yeah, so kind of excited.
Awesome.
So another boy. I only got one granddaughter. So yep.
Good deal. Congratulations. Love it.
What?
Oh, burned out. Oh, there's all of a sudden a volunteer coming around.
I know. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Peter. I'm Amy's husband. I've been doing real estate for a little bit. And the last year, she just got her license the end of December last year. 2022.
22. Gotcha.
So really, she just started last year. She was top 20, went on the cruise. We were over at Signature and we moved over here. We have a couple places. So we moved over here and we have just it's been an awesome time. I have taken a role for her to coach her because I've been selling since I was 8. I'm a little bit older than that.
Awesome. You and CW.
I'm 61, gonna be 62 this year. Young kid, right there. But I want to give something here. So when you're helping somebody, when you're coaching somebody, they just, especially as like a, husband or partner or even a father, right? There's a point in your life where you just can't educate them or coach them. There's things you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I've been telling her is they're going to get to a point where I can't help you, but I'm open to people helping you. And I will say this from the get-go, Yana has been such help in helping her and mentoring her. And so this year, I think it started, well, maybe a little bit last year. She's gotten into a little bit of commercial. She's got 3 commercial deals right now. We did like 30, was it like 38 deals last year? For her first year, that was pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I think her GCI was like 238 or 240 or something like that.
That's awesome.
For her first year. But she's getting into these commercial deals. And that's an avenue that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And she has been gifted through the advice of Yana to go to Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she had a really good first meeting with Gary. And she told me, she goes, I look really forward to Gary. So I want to give a shout out to Gary for just that initial meeting. And as her husband and her and her lover, today's Valentine's Day.
Oh, look at that. Love it.
Obviously, you do not see my posts.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Cut him off. Yeah. I love it. Look, she's red as a tomato. It's so funny. That is awesome. Love it. And welcome to the, you're always part of the family because we're all one big family, but welcome to Southwest. Love to have y'all. Awesome. Anybody else? Another huge, okay, Gary's got something.
I've been reappointed to the Houston Community College Real Estate Department curriculum committee
Oh,
for another 3 years. So be able to, again, help everybody. And I know exactly what you've gone through for training, so I can continue, but it's a great honor from HCC.
Absolutely. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Got a great team here.
One other big welcome as well, because I think this is maybe her first, maybe she walked in halfway through the last team meeting. But we have a great addition, another great addition to the KW Southwest family, and that is none other than Bincy Jacob. Bincy Jacob, welcome. She is very familiar with KW culture, as being a part of the KW family, KW Memorial for many years. And then she stepped aside from KW and now has returned to KW and at Southwest, a huge pillar leader in our community, as well as through HAR as well. So she is always available as well to give insight to anybody. You want to, I'd love for you to give a bit of a intro or, yes, I'm going to pull, of course, I'm going to call you out.
Hey, Keller Williams, it's a pleasure to be here. And to be clear, I'm at KW Southwest, and that makes a difference. So thank you for having me, guys.
Already
yes, if there's anything, I am also a licensed broker, but I'm very involved in HAR. If anyone has any interest in getting involved in HAR, they're always looking for volunteers. There's an program that happens annually called the Texas Realtor Leadership Program, which is TRLP. It's hard to get into. They pick about 30 or so folks every year, and the applications are due at the end of this month. So it's not an age-based thing. You can be at any phase of your career, but it really teaches you about how does HAR and how does Texas Realtors play into our community as a whole. So the legislative side, behind the scenes, and it also builds you up as individuals and for your business. So that's one current thing I can think of, but anything with HAR or anything with real estate, feel free to reach out anytime. I do live in Pearland, but I work Fort Bend County is the majority of my work that I do. So nice to meet y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome aboard as well. Awesome. Love having you. All right. Any other buck fills? Any last minute? Anybody online? Anything good to share?
Going once, going once, going once.
That was quick. All right, I'll take the
Gone.
hint. All right, let's keep going. All right, what do we got upcoming? Well, we have family reunion coming up. Now it's just around the corner. We'll talk about that a little bit. Of course, Never Ending Referrals is still going full steam ahead. Majestic Buzz Report, we're going to have that back by popular demand. Understanding the DISC personality style. So we have a DISC class coming up here tomorrow. Dual Career Mini Boot Camp that Israel's having. And then we will be having our usual Family Reunion 2024 Know Before You Go next Thursday on the 24th. All right, so let's dive a little bit into these. If you are still interested, I feel like it's getting back to the pre-pandemic levels. We're pushing about 40 going to Family Reunion now from Southwest. Yeah, that's pretty good. We used to hit 40, 50 agents, and now we're getting back into that. I don't know if Vegas has anything to do with it, but if you are still interested in going, it's not too late. We can still pull off a ticket. Hotels, flights are starting to get up there in price, but yet now if you're starting to get FOMO and would like to be there, we can make it happen. So reach out to one of us and we can do that. If you cannot make it this year, also I just want to put on your radar that be on the lookout for Market Center watch parties, all right, for whatever that they have available for us to stream here. We'll do our best to stream it right here in the training room. All right, so be on the lookout for those as we start spreading that information. And again, as I mentioned just earlier, I will be doing a Know Before You Go, especially if you're a first timer going to Family Reunion. I highly suggest you be there. It's going to be next Thursday afternoon. We will blast it out there. Not tomorrow, next Thursday, okay, right before we're going. That will kind of fill you in on the do's and don'ts and some advice on attending Family Reunion. Cool? All right. Quick thing on Never Ending Referrals. We're going super strong. For those of you that are doing the 60-ish plus that are in here doing that, just a reminder again that there will not be a Never Ending Referrals on the Tuesday, February 27th, because of Family Reunion, and a lot of us will be there. Therefore, we will skip that week. So session 6 will be on March 5th, the following Tuesday. All right. Okay. Agent Productivity 30, 60, 90, as we've been letting you guys know that the leadership team is currently enrolled in the team leader 30, 60, 90. And due to that, every Thursday at 3 o'clock via Zoom, we have 2 executive MAPS coaches providing this Agent Productivity 30, 60, 90. It helps you guys get engaged and get into gear and bust your butt and getting into business. So I've heard amazing feedback on this. It's a quick 30 minutes. click on the Zoom. Usually in the Facebook group, we put the link there. The link does not change every week. This is going to be going into March. So I highly recommend 3 to 3:30 every Thursday via Zoom. Okay? Agent Productivity 30, 60, 90 through MAPS coaching program. Good deal. All right. Another reminder. We do lead gen with leaders every morning at 9 o'clock in here, 9 to 10. Some members of the leadership team will be in here to engage with you and lead generate with you. Right here in the training room, we will be in here from 9 to 10. You're more than welcome to stay longer than that to knock out your lead generation. Highly recommend you guys be in here. We can hold each other accountable and get that lead gen going. All right, Majestic Buzz Report. We're having this tomorrow at 10 a.m. right here in the training room. Does anybody know if it's on Zoom as well, or is it just in the training room? Just in the training room. Okay, February 15th, Christina Nichols will be here, and she's going to go over some technology that they provide to help you grow your business. So if you're available and would like to take that in, tomorrow at 10 a.m. All right, understanding the disc. You want to chime in on this? This is also tomorrow, correct?
Absolutely. It's happening from 2:15 to 3:15. You know, before you can help others, you have to really know yourself. And this gives you an opportunity to understand your personality, your lead personality style, and then understand how other people want to be communicated with. So it can help you grow your business. If you want to come find out a little bit more about the DISC personality profile and how you can utilize that to continue to extend your business, capture better conversion ratios, come see me at 2:15 right here in the Morris Training Room. All right. And is there a reason why this is pushed over?
Oh yeah, that is true. Like, right? This feels a little weird. Okay, should we do that? Are you okay? Okay, you're
Mention
brave,
what?
Barbara. You're brave.
Oh, if you want and you have not taken your DISC profile, you can see Barbara. Just send it to
Just email
Barbara.Herrera.
her.
Yeah, email her and she will get you the login for that.
The link, yes.
Okay. Yep.
20
And it's
minutes.
very helpful for you to have that during our meeting, but you don't need it. Okay.
Good deal. Thank you. Okay, we're probably lost to just click on it. There we go. All right, and we have a dual career mini boot camp. If Israel, you want to talk about this really quick?
Right.
Yeah.
So hey guys, I've gotten this request from, and this is not only for dual career, any agents, but it's an evening class next Thursday from 5 to 7:30. Okay, little quick mini boot camp. So setting goals or reviewing your goals for 2024, GPS, a little bit of marketing, lead gen 101. So a little bit of everything, okay? So we got in some requests to have some evening classes. So I'll be next Thursday, and I'll put some flyers up. I'll be blasting out the link in just a second so you can register if you want to come out and check it out. Okay.
Cool. Thank you, Israel. Appreciate you. All right, and everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
No, not Norman. I meant the paper cut, but everybody's favorite. Norman can chime in on this a little bit. 20 years for Norman. Can you believe that? Oh, 20 years for this guy. Can you believe that? At KW.
All right, guys. Everybody's heard about paper cut already, right? All right, I'll just recap.
You know they
it.
don't read their emails, Norman.
I
Come on.
know. Okay, so paper cut is the new printing system that's taking over from the old system that we had. If you want to print to any of our printers here, you have to have paper cut. I'll be here after the meeting again. A lot of y'all came up last week, that didn't know anything about paper cut. I'll help y'all guys again. Sometimes you didn't get the email. Sometimes you didn't pay attention. Sometimes you deleted it. I will get it back out to you again, okay? Real easy to do. Once you use it, you'll love it compared to the old system. So, but anyhow, this printer over here, all the printers are set up on paper cut. This printer over here has had a little bit of a difficulty. We're working through it right now. The difficulty is that when you go, you can print to it, but when you go to make copies and scans, the features aren't there.
That would help.
We're working through it. Hey, wasn't me. All right, guys. I will be here after the meeting. Just come on up and I'll get you all taken care of.
Thank you. No, appreciate you, buddy. All right, Israel.
That's what I have pretty much.
Okay. That
Oh,
was
just a quick reminder though. Yeah, the class on Thursday, we are doing group coaching after the team meeting, 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock rather, 12 to 1 right here in the training room. Okay. That's what I
awesome.
have.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Appreciate it. All right. Ready to rock and roll? Oh, yeah, you again.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
you
need this.
Okay.
All right, I always like moving him out of my way, but hold on, just play. So I just wanted to show you guys some marketing material that's coming out for you to showcase. We had a wonderful time at our award ceremony this Monday, and then it was a culmination of a very active year. Last year was pretty strong, pretty hard, challenging, and yet we went through it. So I just wanted to share this video that is available to you guys right now in our kwsw25.com link, as well as on YouTube. So join me in celebrating some of our award winners. I just press.
Yeah, press next.
Welcome to 2023 KW Southwest Award Ceremony. We are very excited to celebrate our top producing agents and their teams and celebrate their 2023 journey. It's been a wonderful year for our office, and none of it would be possible without our agents and their clients and the collaboration that KW Southwest is known for. I would also like to recognize our business partners and sponsors and thank them for all of their support in 2023.
The past cannot be changed, so use it to move forward. Whether it's good or bad, remember, it's irrelevant from now on. The future is yours and you create it.
And we're in a position where we can help people. Greatest place to build wealth is in real estate. It'll always be in real estate. And so we help people, not just through live transition, but we help them growing wealth. Don't take that lightly. Go make an impact. So I'm up for the challenge. Are you? Let's go crush it in the new year. Let's just go help people and love on them.
That's awesome. So next year, we hope to see each and every single one of you guys at the award ceremony. You start creating your award right now, right now. All right, so let's go back in memory lane to see exactly what we went through in 2023 to get us to this award.
No, wrong way.
Welcome.
There it is. Oh,
There we go.
there it is. That's awesome. So we each have an opportunity to make an impact within the community that we serve, and the community will reward us by giving us more business. So go out there and make a difference. And if y'all want these videos, they're available for each and every one of you.
Thank you. Awesome. All right. Pretty awesome 2023, right? Like you said, we hit some challenges, yet we, feel like we flew past them. Looking forward to a strong 2024. All right, so let's make it happen. All right, well, let's get down to it. Welcome everybody to today's team meeting. And I've been toying with this for about a month now that, hey, this is a subject that I absolutely wanted to make sure that we started getting into a little bit, right? Because we're starting to see it come across a little more and more, whether it's questions that we receive as a brokerage or that, Gary receives, through various channels as a mentor. And you guys saw the question of the subject for today, and it was, hey, I want to do commercial, or can I do commercial? And the first question I ask you is, in reality, do you know what you're asking? Okay, because it's simple to ask it or simple to want to have the ambition to do that, yet the journey is what's important to get there, because there's a lot of things you need to know. And there's an individual who I've invited today to speak on that behalf, who's embarked on that journey for quite a bit now, and is a great resource. And that's why I wanted to make sure she gets in front of you to talk a little bit about this. So if you do choose to go down this path, making sure you're doing it correctly and going the right way. All right, so without further ado, I'd love to have none other than Carla Menegas come join me. Thank you, Carla. Awesome. Come on up, hon. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Thank you for
Awesome.
having me. Hello,
Absolutely.
everybody.
All right, let's just start out by first introduce yourself to everybody for those that may not know you.
Sure. Hi, my name's Carla Menegas. I live in the Siena area. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas.
All right, native.
Haven't left yet. Let's see, I got my degree in accounting from the University of St. Thomas. I started my career in, thank you. I started my career in accounting, fixed asset accounting. I worked in fixed asset accounting for 10 years in oil and gas. And then about 7 years ago, I decided to do a career change, and I started my career in real estate. And
That's
that's
awesome.
what brings me here.
That's awesome. All right, perfect. All right, well, let's get right into it. All right, let's talk about I want you to compare and contrast commercial versus real estate. What's the,
Sure.
some of the big things?
Sure. So I work in
Residential, I meant, is what I
Yes,
meant.
residential. So one of the big things that stands out is that residential tends to be a little bit more of an emotional transaction. Buyers are typically excited to buy a new home, to go look for a new home. Sellers are typically either excited to go buy a new home to grow into something bigger, or they're a little emotional about selling their first home. There's different emotional aspects when it comes to residential. Commercial is much more about the numbers and about the use of the space. It's going to be more about the business that they have, what is the use that they intend, what are they looking for, and ultimately it really comes down to the numbers. Are the numbers going to work? If they're purchasing an investment property, they need to know that that the numbers work out, that they're gonna get the return on the investment that they're looking for. If they're leasing a space for their business, they need to know that they can afford that space in the long term. Is it something that's feasible for their business? Not only the space, the size of the space, but numbers wise, are they going to be able to afford it? Is it going to work out for their financials?
Okay, awesome. So that makes me want to ask you, I get it, that there could be some business savvy veterans out there that are making these purchases that can crunch their numbers, yet have you ever come across where there's somebody that wants to get into a business that may not have that background necessarily or have that knowledge? Well, then who crunches those numbers?
Right. So you have to be able to guide your clients. It is our responsibility to have the knowledge, to have the experience. And if we don't have it, we need to point them to the right resources. Typically, for example, if you have a business owner that it's their first business and they're just starting out, right? And they're so excited and they've got this grand idea and they're really excited about their plans and they have a vision about where they want to be, and that's great. But what they really need to have already in place when you start working with them is a business plan. They need to have a solid business plan to understand what their numbers look like, a projection. They also need to have reserves. Typically, if they're going to lease a space, they're going to want to have at least 6 months, if not 9 months to a year in reserves, cash reserves, to be able to take care of their expenses, the projected expenses. And as a commercial real estate agent, you really want to be able to guide them and help them have the right expectations. Because yes, they might be able to qualify and pass the credit check and sign the personal guarantee on a lease space, a commercial lease space, but will they be out of business in a year, 2 years, because they didn't have the cash to withstand that first trial year? Those are real questions that business owners need to take into account, and especially first-time business owners. And as a commercial agent, you want to guide them.
That's awesome. Okay, perfect. So you've segued right to where I wanted to go. So let's talk about business, like commercial clientele.
Sure.
Okay, let's dive into that a little bit. So, some things you should be looking into, or advice that you can give when it comes to entertaining commercial clientele.
So commercial clientele, one of some of the questions that you're going to ask kind of right up front, do you have a business plan? Or do you already have a business? Are you already operating in another location? Do you have experience in your business? Depending on that answer, if the answer is yes, then that's great, because they already have some experience. They've probably leased a commercial space before or purchased a commercial space before, so they have some experience. If they don't, then you're going to want to delve a little deeper, right? That's my train of thought.
No worries. Okay, well, let's go in this. Let's go. How about, I know that sometimes we get a little lax in real estate, in residential. I keep saying real estate.
Sure.
Residential, you want to be a little more airtight in commercial, right? So let's talk about a little bit of documentation.
Absolutely.
and
Thank
whatnot.
you. Thank
Yes.
you for that.
No
So,
worries.
in commercial, you definitely are going to want to have your representation agreement up front. You're going to want to establish the terms of your relationship, whether that's a lease representation agreement or a purchase representation agreement, but you're really going to want to have that conversation starting from day one, because in commercial, it's a little bit more of a gray area on how you're going to get paid, right? We're all in business to make money. It's not a guarantee that a listing broker is going to pay you. And so you want to have that conversation up front. You're going to explain to them the services that you're going to provide, the value that you're going to add, and then you're going to have that commercial representation agreement up front. So that's one of the things. You also want to make sure that they're willing to provide the financial information that you're going to need. You're going to need financial documentation. So when you go to present them to lease a space, you're going to want to know that they've got a balance. If they're already a business, you're going to look for a balance sheet, income statement, their financials. And if they don't already have a business, they're going to ask for a credit report, all of these things. And you're going to want to know that they're willing and able to provide this information to you, so you have it on hand to present it when you're ready, when you find that property for them.
It's awesome. Okay, that's good. All right, what about expectations for your clients?
Expectations.
Yeah.
So a lot of times clients are willing and able to do business. They have the financial reserves. They're able to move forward. But sometimes what they're looking for isn't always available. It's not as easy as going out and finding a 4-bedroom house, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house in residential. Sometimes their intended use for the space is more specialized or specific. And so it takes more time to find the properties, to do the research, to find the properties. And so you want to set their expectations up front. You want to have a little bit of market knowledge to know if what they're looking for, you want to dig a little bit before you promise anything. You want to make sure that what they're looking for is available in the market.
That's awesome. I like the way how you summarize that as their needs match the market.
Right. Their needs have to match the market, right? And can they find what they're looking for within their budget?
Sure. Right. All right. So what would be some red flags that you may hear when it comes to clientele?
I'd say if they're not willing to sign a representation agreement with you, Some of us still want the business and we're inclined to just keep going forward or doing some research and finding some properties for them. I'd say in commercial, that's a kind of a big red flag. You'd kind of want to, I'd say you want them to be serious. And if not, there's a huge possibility you're going to be spinning your wheels. You're going to be wasting your time because there's a lot more research and work that goes into it on the front end. And so you don't want to waste your time,
Sure.
right? Another thing is if they're not willing, if they're hesitant to provide their financials, oftentimes that's because they're not already in business, they're not used to doing business, or they don't have it ready, or they know they can't qualify. And that's another red flag. You don't want to waste your time with people who are not ready to do business. Many people are excited to find the space, but not excited to handle the financial aspect of it. Also, a lot of times, many times, most of the time, you're going to want to have attorneys involved too, especially when the agreements are not TREC agreements. We are not lawyers. We cannot interpret the documents that a landlord hands you. Oftentimes, these lease agreements are, 40 plus pages long, and it's not for us to interpret. So they'll need an attorney. And if they hesitate or they say, well, I really don't want to spend money on that, that's kind of a red flag, because if you're ready to do business, then you're ready to take on these required
responsibilities. Sure.
expenses. Mhm.
Sure.
Yep,
Awesome.
those are kind of the big ones.
Good deal.
Mhm.
Okay, I love that. All right, so let's get into what we really want to get into, and that's the agent side of it,
Sure,
right?
sure,
All right,
sure.
harsh realities, right, in transactions. So let's talk about time frame,
Sure.
right, when these
Time frame.
commercial transactions, right? So yeah,
Sure.
elaborate on that a little bit.
As I kind of talked about a little bit, the research aspect, finding the properties, the preparation that goes into site selection for your commercial clients is a little bit longer. There's not always, as like I said, the comparison to residential. If I want to find a 4-bedroom house for my client, I have plenty to choose from. But on the commercial side, that's not always as fast. So it takes a little longer on the front end to do your research to find the right property for your client. And then there's oftentimes a lot more work that needs to be done.
Okay.
Feasibility studies, there's a lot more in-depth, the contract period from when you go under contract to when you close can go longer, but if it's a purchase. In a lease, it can be quicker for tenant representation. However, you might not get paid on the front end. You might get paid later on because a landlord's never going to take money out of their pocket to pay you just, when they haven't gotten paid yet. So if you negotiate free rent for a lease on a commercial deal, well, oftentimes the landlord's not going to pay you a commission until they start getting paid. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense. Man, that sucks.
Yeah, so it can be typically 90 days to a year, depending, on.
Oh, 90 days to a year?
90 days to a year. Some deals, depending on the nature of the deal, can drag out. For
Okay,
sure. Mhm.
awesome. And you talked about the transaction. So we're talking like 7-day option period?
No. In fact, in commercial, if you have a purchase agreement, you could actually potentially drag out the option period indefinitely for enough
Due
money.
diligence, yeah.
Yes, absolutely, because there's a lot more due diligence that has to be done.
Right, right. And how long could sometimes that last?
I just learned this. Your client could actually pay to have an indefinite option period at the latest. They could back out up until the day of closing,
Closing?
believe it or not. And so there's a lot more risk on
So
whether your
now,
deal is going to
hang
close.
on, you're telling me that a deal could go a year and a half, and they could back out on the last day and you
It
still get
could,
paid, right?
because if the numbers don't work, they don't work.
You
And
still get paid, right?
no, you don't get paid. Yes, I've worked on deals.
Yay!
And then the numbers didn't work and there was no deal. Yeah,
Okay.
that can happen. Absolutely.
All right. Let's delve into a little bit about liability, because that is a huge subject.
Right.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the liability.
It's our duty as agents to be knowledgeable in what we're doing. There's a saying that says, you don't know what you don't know. And that means sometimes you don't know the questions to ask. You know, there's a lot that can be outside of the box. You might have, you could negotiate a deal and the numbers work and the location looks good. But if you weren't knowledgeable in the space and didn't know the right questions to ask, then that could be a lot of big trouble for your client later on, even after the deal closes.
Right.
Right. And so there's materiality. The materiality threshold is oftentimes a lot higher because there's bigger dollars involved.
Right, exactly, absolutely. And that's why the most important thing in, in this part that I would like to emphasize is that it's not only a huge liability for the agent, right? It's a massive liability for the brokerage. Okay, and this is why we're stringent on it. And this is what my part that I want to emphasize.
Yeah.
Right. This is why we have policies and procedures in place where until you are actually commercial certified or you've had enough experience in the commercial landscape, every commercial transaction must be approved by the market center. Okay, the brokerage does need to give you the green light to move forward because of such liabilities. Right. Any massive commercial deals could technically, going sideways, could technically bring down the brokerage even, right? So that's a massive risk that even from a liability standpoint that the brokerage is taking, and this is why every transaction must be green lit, okay? So just to make sure we put that on your radar there. Okay, good deal. All right, so let's talk about resources, because I'm sure there's, somebody just logs into like we do for residential with HAR, right?
Right. Nope, it doesn't quite work like that.
Tell me about it.
So you have different resources. We don't have an HAR, a free HAR per se, like we do in residential. Not free, obviously, we pay a membership, but consumers, from what they can see. We have LoopNet, we have CoStar. CoStar is a paid subscription that agents pay so that we can run more detailed, we have more knowledge, more back-end data that we can use, especially for CMAs and things of that nature. There's more listings on that the public can't necessarily see.
Okay.
We have Commercial Gateway, which is part of HAR, and that's available. And also in commercial, it's a lot more of driving around. Not all properties are listed.
Right.
You have to find the better options for your clients. There are lots of brokerages in town that want to keep the deals within their brokerage, and so they're not going to advertise them. And so you have to drive around and find what your client needs. Oftentimes it's only a sign on the property that will identify it as available. And it's your job as a commercial agent to make sure you're presenting all the options.
Okay, so you got to do the legwork, drive around, manually find these properties, or what I'm hearing from you is also start building relationships with people in other brokerages or in the commercial landscape. That way you get some of this information.
Absolutely. So you definitely want to make friends with other brokers. You want to network with them. You want to be and stay on their good side so that when it comes time to do a deal with them, you have a good working relationship with them. It absolutely helps to have those relationships.
Okay. I love it. Okay. Something important that I really heard from you from the commercial landscape was specialization, right? So talk to me about or advise us on how you should potentially specialize in a specific area of commercial, not necessarily all of commercial.
All of commercial.
Sure.
There are a lot of different types of commercial property. And oftentimes when you first get started, the way I first got started in commercial is that I had opportunities that were coming my way. And that was in tenant representation. And so that's oftentimes what happens, or you'll have a lot of different types of things come to you. In the beginning, I had warehouse deals come to me. I had tenant representation deals. I had restaurant spaces, a large variety. And when that happens and you haven't worked a deal before, you really want to go to somebody who has done a deal like that, has done several deals like that. You want to go to someone that can help you. I have to give credit to Gary. Gary has been my mentor. He was my first mentor. I still come to Gary sometimes because he's just an absolute wealth of information. Once you've done a couple of deals, and you've gotten a few under your belt, then you have more knowledge, then you know the questions to ask, you've done the reps. And so then you want to start thinking about what you're going to focus on. And for me, that's been tenant rep up until now.
Okay.
You really should focus on 1 or 2 areas of specialization max, because most people don't have the bandwidth to be in the market know-how, if you will, of every single type of commercial property. It's just really not possible, you know, to be networking in every type of space. And so you really want to choose a specialization, especially something that's interesting to you.
Sure.
And for me, that's becoming more and more multifamily, actually, because I'm interested in it for myself.
Right.
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 And so those are kind of the 2 that I focus on, but it's really important to just pick 1 or 2 to focus on.
Yeah. Love that advice.
Mhm.
Okay. So the biggest part of today, right, is to bring awareness. It's to bring awareness that, hey, it's not as simple as I want to do commercial, right? So if you choose to, or if it comes across your plate or it's something you're interested in, the point is to go about the right path, right? Educate yourself on the process, because as you can see, it's not just straightforward. All right. So I would like for you to just kind of quickly discuss about the education process or the education path that one could maybe take, right, to gain this knowledge as you have.
Sure,
Yes.
sure. Well, first step would be if you get a deal, go to someone who knows that specialization. Go to someone who can advise you. So that's the first part. You know, seek out a mentor in the office, or somebody that's going to help guide you on that type of training.
Actually a requirement.
It
I'll
is
just
a
throw that in.
requirement. It is a requirement from the office. And then the next thing is KW offers, there is KW Commercial Education. You can join KW Commercial. There's a flyer actually in front of you that talks about that. If that's something that you want to pursue, they offer a great program. And if you join, there is a cost to it. It's about $200 a month, but they offer training. They have over 100 videos of training that are going to get you started from the very beginning on what areas are you going to focus on, how to pick your specialization, what to do next, how to grow your business. And they really do a great job of guiding you.
Yeah.
Also, they have a commercial mentorship program,
Yes.
which is an interactive call. It's a weekly call. It's about 6 months. It's a 6-month program, and you can get on there and hear from other agents, you know, the deals that they're doing, and network with them and learn from other people, you know, in a live setting, if you will. And it's called the
Yep.
commercial mentorship.
Okay. Yeah. So let's bring clarity to that. So first and foremost, to be a member of KW Commercial, you do actually have to have commercial transactions under your belt before you qualify to be a KW Commercial agent. Okay. The mentorship program you're referring to is actually open, right? Correct?
It is.
Yes.
They just started,
Yes.
actually, it started today.
Okay.
And so the first session was today. You can join in if it's something you're interested in. It lasts, like I said, for about 6 months. Dale Donovan B is heading it. It's a great, I've done it before and I'm enrolled in it again just because it's.
So that's what I wanted to
really
bring
good.
a little bit of clarity to, is that you found it to be so beneficial that you're actually going to run through, like you're
Yes.
going to do another.
I'm going to do another round. Yes, because it's just great to have, and it keeps you on your game. It keeps you focused. You know, every week you're doing something for your commercial business and you're learning something new, and that's part of it. You know, part of the know-how.
It's awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. And again, if you guys would like to delve into that, get more info on that, just feel free to reach out to one of us. There's something, Yana?
So you can actually go and pay up in the commercial and pay the monthly fee without being a commercial agent. Now, if you know, hey, I really want to learn commercial, so KW Commercial has a program called Nucleus.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
Now it is part of your membership to KW Commercial. If you think, hey, my goal is to be a commercial agent, do not wait to get that first lead and then just kind of.
Correct.
Learn first, right? Make sure that you have explored and educated yourself on all the aspects and truly tap into the tools that are available to you prior to you starting to serving clients.
Correct. Love it. Yeah. So let
Absolutely.
me summarize quickly for the online that might have not heard Yana just talk, right? She summarized about like, don't wait for your first transaction to get the ball rolling. If you have any interest in commercial, take the right path, start getting educated on it, right? Utilize KW Commercial to get that. You do have some availability for you to become a member and get that education process going, and the mentorship program. Absolutely. Yes. Correct.
That's correct.
Yes.
There is a CCIM designation. There is an educational requirement, much similar to a license. You know, you're going to take some pretty intense courses, and that's one of my goals actually, is to attain the CCIM designation. And those courses are geared towards financial analysis, investment analysis. They're very, intense, in-depth courses that are typically in person. I think they do offer a virtual, but that's it takes some considerable
Right.
education, but it's certainly a recognized designation that solidifies you as a commercial
agent. Absolutely.
expert. Mhm.
Absolutely. So the
Yes.
point is, be prepared, get your education if this is the path that you have interest in. Okay.
And also you'll see from time to time, there are courses available, one of the out there, and title companies will often sponsor them, or, we're working on in the ALC commercial committee on bringing some educational classes here to the market center. But just a commercial leasing 101 class is super helpful. Take that when you see it. It's offered. I see that one offered pretty
Yeah, he
often.
does it
Mhm.
sometimes. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right, let's focus on you before we close out here a little bit. Some of your goals, your visions, we'd love to hear that.
Absolutely. So right now I'm currently working on my systems and leverage to line out the residential side of my business so that I can focus more exclusively on the commercial side. I am specifically interested in multifamily and storage facilities.
Ooh.
Mostly also for my own personal investment. And that's what's really got me interested in it. And so I'm a part of a lot of networking groups and capital raising groups where I sit in on calls on a weekly basis to learn more. And that's the specialization that I'm gearing towards.
It's awesome.
Mhm.
Love it. Awesome. Okay, any final piece of advice for our audience today?
I would say, there's that saying, it says, a jack of all trades is a master of none. The other part of that is, but the master, often knows more than the master of one, meaning in real estate, we have a lot of opportunities that come our way. Don't be shy to take those opportunities, but go seek the expertise of someone that knows what they're doing, partner with them, learn, and understand if that's really a business you want to get into. You might not like it. It can be that residential is more your cup of tea, or you might find you really like it and the numbers aspect appeals to you and the business side of it appeals to you, and you might want it for investing for yourself like I do.
Yeah.
And so I'd say you owe it to yourself to at least look into it and learn.
Love
Mhm,
it.
mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. Just do it the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, Carla Menigan. Appreciate you joining me today. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. All right. I hope you guys found value in that to start your journey. That was the whole point. Let's get in here and get our partners. Let's actually just leave y'all that way people can see you guys. All right. Come on, Dale. Come on now.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Today, we talked about a program that we have at New American Funding called NAF Connect, which will give you access to be able to refer a loan officer inside of a portal. You will be able to access pre-qualification letters. If at 8 o'clock at night, one of your buyers is wanting to make an offer, you have access to go in and modify that letter, assuming that you're not putting numbers in there that they're not already pre-qualified for, to be able to get your offer submitted in a very timely basis. Upcoming, the consensus is rates are going to go down. Home buyers are going to be coming out of the woodwork and wanting to make offers. You may be in a multiple offer situation. This could be something very beneficial to you getting your offer put in place. We're here to help you. Love to work with your clients. Thank you.
Thank you, Dale. Come on, Aldridge. All right, what's up, Pat?
Hey, good morning. This is Alders Jack. If you don't know me, I'm with Patent Title. And so we just want to give this gift basket to Miss Yana. Thank you so much for allowing us to
Wait, what?
come
No,
every.
I can take it. Yeah, no.
Thank you so much for allowing us to come up here every week. And this is from Mr. Patton and the Sugarland team. So this is for you for Happy Valentine's Day for everybody. Also, we just want to ask you all, raise your hand if you know what a property profile book is. Raise your hand. Anybody know? Great. Brandon, can you tell us real quick, what's a property profile book?
Busted.
It's a great book. It's
It's a great book, guys.
If you have a listing, they put together a portfolio of your listing with information regarding the mortgage, title, buyer net sheet. I have one on my listing. It's pretty great. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So if you want me to do that, that's what I specialize in. So I brought an example today. What is a property profile book? You do have to send a listing agreement to Sugarland's team and I before we can start making it for you. But it's a book that has everything about your listing. That's what I do. But I wanted to share with you this educational tool that I brought for you all day. Did everybody receive this today? So on the top of it is our website. It's www.patenttitle.com/events. All our classes are there for the whole patent title company. So if you want to know when Legal 1 is, Legal 2 is, when the survey class is, all the classes are there. But also the most important thing, everything that Brandon said that I put in this property profile book, I gave you all the tools at the very bottom for free. So like, for example, Qualia, Zacam, you got the Pad app, what is Title Pro 247? I gave you all the QR codes there. The most important thing that people like about this property profile book is that they want the buyer's guide and the seller's guide is at the very top. So when you do send me the listing agreement and I create this book for you, this is the part people want. This luxury book that we have downstairs in Sugarland. So this is the book that I gave you the QR code right there for to give you a sample. But that's why you want the book, because it actually drives traffic to your actual listing. And then the last thing I wanted to remind you was Tiffany wanted me to let you know, thank you so much for everybody that came downstairs for her birthday last week. We gave away 3 baskets if you didn't know about that. And now she said that they're offering celebratory cocktails at the end of all the closings at all Patent Titles locations. So if you do close with us, we have a new cocktail bar that's downstairs that they just had this morning. They showed me. So thank you so much. And I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday.
Appreciate it, Aldridge. Thank you. Make sure I'm still on. I am. Awesome. All right. As you can see, there's a couple of new logos on here. So we're grateful for our partners that partner with us. As you can see, Fidelity Home Warranty is a new one for this year, and that's awesome. And so is Farmers Insurance and the Cost Agency. Thanks. Come on up, bud. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for being with us and partnering with us. All right, James, let us know. What you got?
It is okay to applaud, so y'all can applaud. So, my name is James Acosta. I'm with Farmers Insurance, and we are grateful to be announced today as KBU Southwest's insurance partner. A couple of things that thank you for that applaud. A couple of things that I want y'all to know about us briefly is, number one, we brand ourselves as a farmers agency, but we actually write through 20 different companies in an effort to find you and your clients first and foremost the best coverage, but be able to deliver that coverage at the best price point. I want to thank the leadership for your trust in us. We have actually worked with Yana and several of your leaderships, Chad, Andy. We're getting to know Namesh and Verna and the rest of the group. We are your guys' sister market centers insurance partner, KB Signature and KB Houston Central. We've actually been working with Keller Williams agents for 15 years, 15 years we've been working with Keller Williams. So we tell our realtor partners, we are what we call Kellerized, right? So thank you. Yeah, Kellerized. I see some smiles. Y'all are familiar with that. 15 years ago, when we started working with y'all weren't the #1 real estate company on the planet like you are now, and we're grateful for that. But what you were is you were kind, you were driven, you were smart, culture mattered. And 15 years ago, I got into business with KW, not because of production, but because of culture. And after that, everything has followed. So we're grateful to be here. There's a ton of things we'd love to share with y'all, but I'll leave y'all with this today. Number one, our agency is built for the real estate transaction. Every process, every system, every person that works in our office is built with the real estate transaction in mind. There are 20 team members within our agency to serve you and the rest of our KW partners. And today I want to introduce you to three of them super quick. Michelle is your guys' new business specialist. All day, every day, she is in our agency to serve your buyers, preparing quotes, doing flood zone determinations, doing claims history reports, looking at homes from an insurability perspective to make sure there are no challenges. So she is dedicated to KW Southwest. We also have two people on our marketing team. One of them are here today. Taylor is back at the office today, but I want to introduce you to Elizabeth. Everybody say hi to Elizabeth.
Hey,
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
thank you. She has been with our agency for 13 great years and served in multiple roles. She lives here in Siena. And so you will be seeing her face a lot. And the goal is to set up in-person and or phone appointments so that we can learn about your guys' business and figure out how to best serve you. So be looking for that. Our contact information here is here. Like Diana Kokoska said, it's not by accident, it's by design. On the back of there is our contact information. If you don't want to wait on Elizabeth to call y'all, you can call her. Okay, just call that number, email us, use this QR code. But we appreciate the opportunity to be here, Nimesh, and we look forward to meeting all of y'all, and thank you again for the opportunity.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Awesome. All right. And absolutely last but not least, we'd love to welcome back Home USA, who's actually back in the house in the lead gen room. So if you have any questions regarding lending or not, we have Home USA back. So welcome back, Home USA. Yeah.
Back to the office, and any questions you guys have regarding lending, I can answer. So I'll be here about 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, pretty much all day. So anytime you have a question or you need help with anything, that's what I'm here for. So appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. All right. Let's get our lunch sponsor up here. Welcome, Katina. Come on with Adams Homes. Good deal. Come on up. Let's get this back on for you. There we go. Come on up.
Good morning, good afternoon.
It is good.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody, first of all.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm Katina Thomas. I'm with Adams Homes in Rocheron, Texas, Sierra Vista. If you all haven't heard, they're building the lazy river and the sandy white beach, pickleball court, basketball court, and all. So Sierra Vista, Adams Homes is a part of that community. We also have several other communities that's in Texas City, League City, and we have some coming in. We have one in Angleton already, but we have a new development coming up that's going to be called Greystone in Angleton with low tax rates, as low as 2.0. So it can't beat that. The best part is we have 10,000, yes, I said it right, 10,000 BTSAs going on right now for our realtors and 15,000 for the buyers. They can use up to 15,000 towards the purchase price to buy down the price of the home, or they can use up to 15,000 for closing costs and prepaids. So keep that in mind. Come out and see us. I did leave some documents on the table for you guys. If anyone hasn't gotten any, there's some on the back, and I also have some business cards that I can pass out as well. We love to see you. Come on out and get them 10,000 BTSAs.
Yeah, woo.
Okay. And on my social media, I have trademarked, get that house you've been wanting. So I want all of you with me to tell your buyers to get that house you've been wanting. And on 3, I want y'all to say it with me.
Oh, look at that.
You've been wanting.
Love it.
Love y'all.
Awesome, Katina.
And also, we have one of our approved lenders, which is Adrian. He's going to come up and speak a little bit about Movement Mortgage. Come on up, Adrian. Yeah. Angleton should be in the next couple of months coming. But I'll keep y'all posted. If y'all want to follow me on TikTok or Facebook, Katina Thomas, that Adams Homes Realtor on TikTok. What am I? Katina Thomas, the Realtor Katina Thomas on TikTok. Just put in Katina Thomas with the C, not a K. All right.
Thank you, Katina. Just go ahead. Yeah, sure.
Hey, my name's Adrian with Movement Mortgage. We are one of the preferred lenders here for Adams Homes, and who you work with in lending does matter. We're one of the top 6 retailers in the country. Our owner, Casey Crawford, used to play in the NFL, won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, and He owns 50% of the company. The other 50% is owned by the Movement Foundation, which he owns, and he uses this as an instrument to build schools for children in economically disadvantaged areas. We have 6 currently here in the US and the plans to build 100 over the next 10 years. We serve, we do all the loans, down payment assistance, VA, USDA, conventional, FHA. We also have in-house non-QM loans like debt service coverage ratio loans, bank statement loans, I-10 loans. We service everything very quickly and we service all our loans. So thanks for the opportunity to be here.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all being here and thank you for lunch, guys. There's a giveaway apparently. Okay. Awesome. Love it. Sure. Okay. We can announce the winner as soon as they're all connected. 5 winners. All right. All right. We'll get that going. Awesome. And then as soon as you guys give your business cards, you guys can feel free to grab lunch. That way that we can pull the winners. Those of you online, enjoy your day. Make it a powerful one. You get no lunch. You don't get to win. Be here. Just kidding. Take care. Make it a powerful one. And we'll see you all next week.